No visit to Berlin today is complete without stopping at the Reichstag. And in exactly the same way, no discussion of the locations in Berlin that exist today, which evoke and embody Berlin of the 1920s and early 30s, is complete without mentioning the Reichstag. The Reichstag as a structure and as an entity frames the period of the Weimar Republic. The Republic came into being with the proclamation by Philipp Schiedemann on the balcony of that building on the 9th of November 1918. And really, in many ways, it closes with the burning of the Reichstag on the 27th of February 1933, 4 weeks after Adolf Hitler and the Nazis take power. In that time, the Reichstag is absolutely at the centre of the fundamental political events of the era. Whether it is through the revolution of 1918, where Ebert stood up to the attempts to seize power in a counter-revolutionary attempt during the latter days of 1918, or whether it's through the various political machinations back and forth, figures such as Walter Rathenau and Gustav Stresemann. This is where they attempted to hold the Republic together. This is where the last events of the Republican era took place. This is where people like Papen and Schleicher, and ultimately Goering, who oversaw the last public meetings of the Reichstag in its own building before it was destroyed. Going there today, the building that you see is not the building, other than the shell, of the 1920s and obviously of the period before. But I feel it's incredibly important and evocative to be there. It's an amazing structure. The new glass dome is an amazing piece of modern architecture. But just to be there and to think and to try and imagine the events that occurred there 100 years ago, the attempts to form a new liberal democracy out of the ashes of a collapsed autocratic regime that were ultimately doomed. We know they're doomed, but in many ways, it's the fact that they're doomed that make it more memorable, that make it a more beautiful thing, that it is bounded, it has limits, it is only for that period of 14 years. And standing in front of or inside the new Reichstag building, you really get that feel of temporality, that this is not something that lasted. Because here is a building that was built under the imperial regime. It embodied the period of Weimar. It was destroyed under the Nazis, and it stood empty as a shell through the Cold War era, only to be reborn again as the seat of the new republic in reunified Germany. It's an amazing place. I thoroughly recommend it. Do the visit up to the dome. Even if you're not interested in modern architecture, it has fantastic views all over the city. And it is a place, as I say, that truly embodies Germany of the 1920s, of the Weimar era, the place that framed the Weimar Republic. Thanks very much. If you've enjoyed this content, please follow or subscribe for more.